Did you know that in Pristina, the capital of Kosovo, women seem to outnumber men? War and emigration have disrupted the city's balance. And today, Pristina's social life presents a very different picture. Let's explore its streets, meet its residents, and discover how history has shaped this dynamic city. Pristina is much more than just the capital of Kosovo. It is a city where recent history, culture, and everyday life constantly intertwine. At first glance, it appears to be a young capital with modern buildings, lively cafes, and vibrant streets. But behind this image lies a complex history that explains many of its current characteristics. After the Kosovo War in the late 1990s, the country underwent major upheavals. Many men died during the conflict, and others emigrated in search of work in Western Europe. This phenomenon has left a visible demographic mark. At certain times of the day, especially in the city center, one sometimes gets the impression that women are more numerous than men in the streets, cafes, or shopping areas. This situation has also influenced social life in Pristina. Women actively participate in the local economy, commerce, university studies, and the city's cultural life. It is common to see groups of friends having coffee in the afternoon or strolling to the city center, even during the week. Culturally, Kosovo is closely linked to Albania. The majority of the population speaks Albanian and shares many traditions with its neighbor. That is why some consider them to be one people divided by history. However, Kosovo now functions as an independent state, with its own government and institutions, compared to Western Europe. Kosovo remains a relatively poor country, but compared to other regions of Eastern Europe or certain countries around the world, the reality is more nuanced. The cost of living is quite low, and daily life can be more peaceful than one might imagine. For example, in many restaurants, you can eat a full meal for around €3. One of the most common dishes is grilled meat served with salad and bread. It is simple and hearty cuisine, very present in local gastronomy. These prices allow a large part of the population to eat out or have a drink. If you enjoy discovering this lesser-known city, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. This way, you can continue exploring other fascinating places in Europe and around the world. Another thing that might surprise visitors: smoking is still common in some cafes and restaurants. In many Western European countries, it is banned, but in Kosovo, it is still part of everyday life in certain places. It is a cultural detail that illustrates how each country evolves at its own pace. Despite economic difficulties, one of the most frequently expressed feelings by travelers visiting Pristina is a sense of safety. The streets of the city center are generally calm, even at night, and people move around freely. This contrasts with a sense of insecurity present in some regions of the world, where urban violence is much more visible. Compared to certain cities in Latin America, for example, life here can seem relatively safe. Poverty exists, but it is not always accompanied by the same social problems seen elsewhere. In Pristina, life largely unfolds in public spaces. Cafes, terraces, and small squares become meeting places where people talk, observe urban life, and absorb the atmosphere. As you walk around, you'll also come across many young women who are walking, studying, or working. Many of them are active, take care of their fitness, and lead healthy lives. This contributes to the city's dynamic image and reinforces the impression that women are particularly visible. All of this creates a fascinating mix, a young capital marked by recent history, yet full of energy and clearly looking toward the future. As you move through the city, it is impossible not to notice a symbol that is omnipresent on buildings and public squares: the flag of Kosovo, relatively recent, as the country declared its independence in 2008. This flag features a blue background, symbolizing its connection to Europe. At the center is a golden map of Kosovo topped by 6 white stars. These stars represent the country's main communities: Albanians, Serbs, Turks, Bosniaks, Roma, and Gorani. It is a way of showing that, despite past tensions, Kosovo is a country rich in diverse cultures and traditions. As a young capital in development, Kosovo still offers opportunities for investment and business creation. The price of many real estate properties and commercial spaces remains lower than in other European capitals, making this Balkan region attractive to certain investors. And speaking of cafes, one of the first things that surprises visitors is precisely how many people spend time there. Even on a Tuesday at 2 p.m., many are full. For a foreigner, this may seem unusual, but here, coffee is an integral part of social life. It is a place to meet, talk, do business, or simply enjoy the present moment. Pristina also has an unexpectedly modern atmosphere for Kosovo. In recent years, new buildings, shopping centers, and leisure spaces have emerged. This gives the city an elegance that strongly contrasts with the image of a poor country that persists abroad. In fact, some observers believe that Pristina has strong economic growth potential. Pristina is not a perfect city. It faces economic challenges. Its infrastructure still needs improvement, and its development is far from complete. But it also has something that many wealthier cities have lost: a vibrant, warm, and authentic social life. Walking through its streets helps to better understand how a country can rebuild after conflict and move forward. The history of Kosovo is still palpable in many ways, but a new generation aspires to build a different future. This may be what makes visiting Pristina so captivating. It is not a mass tourist destination, nor a country filled with famous monuments, but offers a unique experience, observing society in constant evolution. If you would like to continue discovering Kosovo and explore other cities, I invite you to watch our other videos about the country, where we explore different places, stories, and aspects of everyday life. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and like the video to support the channel, and join me on future adventures.